Okay, so now let's talk about the roles of an indoor environmental professional and what you should expect through the assessment process. The first part of any assessment I do always involves having a thorough discussion with my client patient. Just like going to a doctor, the doctor needs to have a case history on what's going on. When did symptoms start? What are the symptoms? Where does it hurt? How bad does it hurt? What's been done in the past? All of these are relevant questions for a medical practitioner to make a good diagnosis. And really, an indoor environmental professional is a lot like a general practitioner for your home. We're not medical practitioners. We have familiarity with the medical concepts that indoor environments can impact, but we're by no means practitioners and are very careful to never cross that line. However, I do want to know things from my client that are related to how they feel when they're in the home. So for example, when and where they have symptoms, do they feel better when they leave the house for a couple days? Do their symptoms return when they come back? All of these are very important factors for me to consider when I'm trying to come up with an investigative strategy to determine what's going on in that home, and especially when I'm trying to determine what needs to be done to fix it. So the most important thing I do and the most important resource I have is you, the homeowner. My client patient has the best information for me in being able to perform a good indoor environmental assessment. I mean, for that matter, a lot of times my client patients even know where the mold is. They're just wanting confirmation, and they're wanting some tests performed to determine how much of it is there and what needs to be done to get rid of it. The second most important thing I do is my visual inspection. When we do a visual inspection for mold, we're actually not looking for mold, which sounds a little counterintuitive. We're actually looking for water damage, signs of moisture, because water makes itself known more visibly. It runs, it soaks into materials, it causes materials to swell and crack and discolor. Whereas mold can grow quietly in a wall cavity or in a space that we can't see for a very long time and give no real evidence of its existence until we happen to stumble upon it. So first and foremost, any mold assessor or indoor environmental professional is going to do a very thorough visual inspection on the entire home, looking for signs of water damage like stains, swelling of building materials, discoloration, cracking, separating, chipping and cracking of paint, delamination, peeling of wallpaper, all of these types of signs of damage that water can cause. And once we know water has been there, then it becomes a question of whether or not we suspect mold may have grown and what testing strategy we can come up with to either confirm or eliminate the possibility that mold grew there. From there, we provide the value of sample analysis and interpretation, and some of the testing done for environmental assessments can be quite complex in the assessment. And next, an indoor environmental professional is going to provide you with a very thorough report of their findings as well as a remediation plan. Now, a good remediation plan is going to include recommendations or requirements for getting rid of what they found or remedying the situation, but it also should include preventative measures to keep it from occurring again in the future. It's really important that we find the underlying cause and make sure that you're not just temporarily fixing a problem that's just going to happen again. We want to fix it once, fix it permanently, resolve the underlying cause so that hopefully you don't ever need another indoor environmental professional or mold assessor. And then finally, a big role I fill for my clients is to provide them with information on how to improve the overall health of their indoor environment, giving them advice on air purification devices, how much filtration is needed in their home and what are the advantages of portable air filtration, fresh air ventilation, cleaning strategies and practices to help minimize dust loads, ways to mitigate or correct humidity problems in a home. So that's it for this quick video on the advantages of hiring an indoor environmental professional and what roles and responsibilities that you should expect. In the next video, we're going to cover some of the things you should look for specifically when hiring an indoor environmental professional to make sure you get a qualified one to help you and your family. So thanks for watching today, and we'll see you on the next video.